After the incident with Chijoke, the twins continued with their normal life. The village continued gossiping about them, their mother continued worrying, and the twins continued walking around like two shadows that refused to separate. But something big was coming, something the village did not expect. Every year in Eziama village, there was a grand masquerade festival that lasted for 3 days. Drums would sound everywhere. Youths would dance. People would cook special meals. Visitors from far places would return home just to witness the celebration. This year's festival was special because someone important returned. Muna. He was a young man who grew up in the village but moved to Port Harcourt for work. The whole village liked him because he was gentle and respectful. That morning, the news went around like fire. Muna has come back. Muna is around. Muna has returned for the festival. Women gossiped. Even elders smiled when they saw him. But destiny was preparing something bigger. On the first day of the festival, the village square was full of people. Masquerades danced. Drummers beat their drums, and villagers cheered and laughed. The twins came out together, walking side by side as usual. And like always, everyone turned to look at them. People whispered, "See the twins. They look like mirror and mirror. Which one is the trouble one again?" At that moment, Muna was standing near a group of boys. He turned, saw the twins from a distance, and froze. His eyebrows lifted, his mouth opened slightly, his heart skipped. He whispered to himself, "These girls again, they never change." He remembered how both of them used to disturb the entire village when they were small. Now they were grown and still walking together like one spirit in two bodies. As the festival continued, Muna found himself looking at them more than the masquerade. He tried to study their faces, but he looked like the same person, no difference. He walked closer to them and greeted politely, "Good afternoon." They both answered, "Good afternoon." He smiled, they smiled, but he still couldn't tell who was who. Later that day, Muna gathered courage and approached them again. "What are your names?" he asked. "I am Didi," one said softly. "And I am Ekutosi," the other said sharply. But before he could memorize the names, they had already confused him with their identical looks. He laughed nervously and said, "I cannot even tell you two apart." The twins laughed. Before they left the festival field, Muna asked gently, "Where do you live now? I want to visit your mother." They gave him their house direction, not the full address, just the normal village-style instructions. Follow the big mango tree. Turn left at the narrow path. Our compound is the one with bamboo fence. Muna nodded and smiled. "All right, I will come." The next morning, the twins' mother was outside washing plates and sweeping the compound. She had no idea that destiny was bringing another man to her door. Soon, footsteps entered the compound. She looked up. It was Muna. Her eyes brightened. "Mona, my son, welcome." He greeted respectfully. "Good morning, ma." She offered him a chair and called inside the house. "Girls, someone is here to see you." The twins came out slowly. When they saw Muna sitting down, they smiled and greeted him warmly. But Muna cleared his throat and dropped the shocking news. "I came because I want to marry one of you." Silence fell for a moment. The mother sat up immediately. Her heart started beating fast. She prayed silently, "Please let this boy choose one. Let him be the one to break this madness." The twins looked at each other and then at him. Mona continued, "The problem is, I cannot remember the face of the one I like. I like the two of you, but I want to marry one." The mother's eyes widened with hope. But before she could speak, Ekutosi stood up. Her voice became sharp. "We don't do that here." Mona blinked. "What? You cannot marry one of us. You must marry the two of us or nobody." The mother held her head. "Chineke, these girls again?" Ndidi stood quietly behind her sister, gently touching her arm as if telling her to calm down. But Ekutosi continued, We share everything. We cannot separate. If you want marriage, marry us both. Muna felt his chest tighten. He laughed small, thinking it was a joke. You girls are joking, right? He asked. They shook their heads. No joke. That is our rule, Ekutosi said. The mother begged, please, my son, don't mind them. They don't listen. Muna looked at the twins again, looked at the mother, then looked at the ground. There was confusion in his heart, but also something else, a strange attraction. After thinking quietly for a moment, he stood up. He said, I will come back, and he left.